Alright, you ready? Type Blazer time. Oh, what were we doing yesterday? That's the main question, man. I think we're working on the passages last. Let me just see what's up. I must have left some notes for me somewhere. Or maybe I left something in the repository, in the issues. Let me see. How can I see? Let's bring up, well, let me look here first. What did we do last? Let's check out the issues. Hold on. Spoop, dude, what's happened? Light mode, GitHub? Hey, there's a dark mode? Thank you for telling me. Yeah, I haven't used GitHub in years, man. I don't even know what's popping these days. But I guess everybody got a dark mode. Which one looks cool? Soft dark? No. Dark? What's that? Oh, that's my dishwasher going on upstairs. Should we add increase contrast? Should we try that? Or is that too intense? Alright, let's do that, man. How does it save? Alright, I don't want y'all to see in case I dox myself. Type Blazer, that's what we're working on. Type Blazer server, Type Blazer API, and Type Blazer front end. I got a pull request on the type. This is old. Let's close this. No, that's last week. No, I remember this. This is old. Obsolete. Let's close it. Streamer ring. Am I even saying it? Stream a ring. Cheers. Thank you very much for that hydrate. Any of the darks look good? That soft dark kind of looks like the Atom 1 dark. I don't know what the Atom 1 dark is. Is that some popular theme on VS Code or something? What were we doing? New passages ain't showing up. This is the last thing we worked on. I remember now. Alright, so I'm gonna tell Claude what's up. Wait, I need to start Whisper. I already got it started. What is this guy saying? What is settings error? Yeah. How do you fix them? Do I have to actually fix something myself, man? That's crazy. You don't remember the Atom text editor? Gotta get ready, go to work. Oh, Spoopdy, enjoy your day at work, man. See you later. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna continue with all these set. I don't know what those settings are, man. Anyways, Alright, I want you to look at the GitHub issues for Typeblazer and do, I think it's issue number 5, where the passages aren't showing up in multiplayer. I gotta work on, maybe I can work on a few things. Let me get this running though, this Claude one. Should I open up a new thing? Should I work on midnightsimon.com as well? Think I can do that? Alright, let me see what this is saying. Yeah. Hey, did I turn on all my lights? Hold on. I didn't turn on all my studio lights. Like, why does it feel so dark right now, you know? There we go. Alright. I couldn't find an issue about passages not showing up in multiplayer. Can you clarify which issue? Where was that? It's in Typeblazer server. Oh yeah, sorry. Typeblazer server. My bad. Alright, let's get this Claude running on this one. I'm gonna say, look at the GitHub issues for Midnight Simon Remix and let me know what you think we should work on. I gotta make my Ralph loop, man. I've been saying that for like a week now and I haven't done it. That Ralph loop is probably where it's at, you know. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. All right. I want this thing. Is it in how do I change it to, oh, plan mode is on. So I'm trying to work on two things at the same time. Multitasking today a little bit. I've only ever worked on multiple things in the same projects up until, I mean, vibe coding at least. This is gonna be me trying to do two different projects at the same time. I am Tahoma Dev. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome. Why is it trying to read in Twitch projects, man? I'm gonna say no. You don't need to run that. All right. I need to set up my workflow a little bit better. Like maybe have the thing play a little notification every time I need to respond to it. I gotta set those things up. You know, I know there's tools that do that. At least I think there are tools. Bug fixes first. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Remember to create a new branch to push your work to, and then create a PR to, and then I'll merge it. It might even be good to follow the guide. Wait, there's no guide. I take it back. I was gonna tell it to follow the guide to do get work trees, but that doc is in another thing. I'm gonna set it to do that. Alright, what does this thing want? Refresh interval. Within 30 seconds, sure. Every 30 seconds. Well, that's good for now, I guess. Another hydrate. Hey, I'm gonna have to adjust the frequency of these hydrates, man. I'm not trying to drink every 2 seconds. Alright, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. Alright, what did this just do? Think this is the reason why? Alright, I'll try it. I doubt this is gonna fix it, but I will try it, man. It says rebuild. How do I rebuild? Sandro Can 14. How are you doing? Do I have my Docker thing in this? Docker Compose thing. Oh, I remember. I remember now. Yeah, right here. Docker Compose. Hey, how do I also complete this tab thing right here, man? When I press tab, it doesn't work. Do I have to just type it in? Alright, while that's building, let's see what the other thing is doing. Yeah. Don't ask me again. Alright. Type Blazor. Let's see if the multiplayer passages work. That's the last thing that was giving us trouble. Wait, I forget. Where's Type Blazor at? Is it here? Smart Agent 47. What's happening? The last time I saw you was when you had a black beard. I don't know if that was ever. I don't really have a beard. What's happened? Len PC Master, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, let's try this. See if we get these new multiplayer passages for this typing thing. Nah, it's giving us the same old junk, man. Dang. 74? I was typing that slow? Alright. Do I have to check the logs? How do you do that? How do I check the logs? Man, I can't read that. Type Blazor server, yeah? And it's like Docker logs that. Passages API URL not set. That's the problem. It's too easy. Alright, I'm gonna tell... Well, I'm gonna hide my screen because I gotta go check out my environment variables. That might be secret. Oh, my passages URLs is defined, man. What are they talking about? But it is set in the alright, here we go. Bullet Symphony, what's happening? Thanks for the env variables. Hey, anytime, man. It ain't even nothing in there. It's just some URLs. Alright. Hopefully it can figure out why my things didn't work. Oh, it needs to be in the Docker Compose. That's right. We got wrong scene on now. Yeah. Yeah. I think I think it is the wrong scene, man. How the hell did that happen, man? That's some old ass scene. I just loaded up. Alright. Let me try and hit that one more time. Dang, I did leak my variables then, didn't I? Alright, Docker Compose down. Alright, I hope this works. And then we gotta figure out what we need to do to this thing before we can launch it and test it out for real. Alright, it's running. Should we check? Well, should we check the logs first? The server, Docker logs, boom. Hey, how come it says it's not set? Oh, I know why. I gotta hide my screen again. I think I added it to a wrong env file. My old env file. It needs to be in my new env file. Don't you guys worry. I got it all figured out, man. Right there. Alright, so and bring it down, rebuild, put it back up. Gulati, what's happening? Welcome. How you doing? You here for some vibe coding, man? Just checking in on the progress, whatever we're doing. Alright, let's try this. Well, let's check the logs first before I try it. I don't want to be disappointed. No surprises. It's configured, but fetch failed. Maybe that. Oh, yeah. I already think I know what the problem is. But I'm gonna let it figure it out itself. After I paste this message in there. Javier D, welcome to the party. And Andrea882, how you doing? Yeah, this is a Bubble 75. I don't currently have the Aqua Kings in there. I have a different linear switch, but it sounds similar. I'd say it sounds worse than the Aqua Kings. Aqua Kings are really nice. I might put them back in one day when I'm not lazy, which might be never. Who knows? I have a few keyboards that need to build that I've had in my closet for like 3 years, man. I haven't built shit. Alright, did it fix it? Yeah, this is what we need to do. This is what I thought it was. But alright. I gotta edit those environment variables one more time. So no looking. No looking, man. Here we go. Have you used split keyboards? Nah, I tried, but they feel weird, man. I don't know if I want to put in the energy to learn split keyboards. It feels so uncomfortable being on a computer and not being able to maneuver around, man. It's something I'm very unfamiliar with because I've been on computers my whole life. So I guess when I'm on a split keyboard, I feel like it's not as easy for me to. It feels weird. I don't know. What was I doing? I forget. Rebuilding and putting up the Docker stuff. But I should try out split keyboards. I have a couple split keyboards actually. I think I got the Freestyle. Maybe I have a couple Freestyles. And I have a Moonlander. I think that's it. Alright, let's check these logs. Spudnik returns. Thank you very much for that follow. Checking the logs. Whew, 100 passages loaded, man. What's up? Are we ready to see if it actually loads? But these are just like not the real passages yet. I guess they're just a placeholder for now. Yeah. Dang. I think I gotta do something with these colors. They're not too intuitive. Alright, that was pretty slow, man. 67 feels about right. Anyways. Let me think. What else do we need? Let's look at the GitHub issues. So we have this one. We don't even have issues, man. Actually, let's just push this fix. I'm gonna tell it, very nice. Everything works. Let's commit these changes if there's any changes. Maybe you gotta modify the .env example to the Docker env. right? What else did they do? Changes to Docker Compose. Yeah. Six, 7. Cool. All right. Where is the other Claude? What's it doing? It's Type Blazer and Midnight Simon. Lula Palooza. What's happened? You look like Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele? What you talking about, man? That's the first time I've ever heard that. That's crazy. Wait, who's Jordan Peele? Nah, come on now. That's crazy. He don't even got no hair like me, man. Alright. Facial expressions and looks, not the hair. Well, I don't really know his facial expressions. Anyways, welcome. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hair looks awesome. Thank you. I grew it myself. Alright, let's commit these things and see what's up. Working on this vibe coding stuff, man. Are you a vibe coder? Are you into vibe coding? Alright, commit done. So, make a PR and I'll merge it. What's this asking? Yeah, do whatever you want. Not vibe coding, just coding in general. I'm a full stack web dev. Very cool. I don't know much about web dev, but I know I like vibe coding. So I'm making this typing game, and I'm trying to like launch it, you know, just make it available to the world. So that's what I'm working on. I'll show you in a bit. I just fixed a bug, and I'm just updating my repo, and it's making me a PR. It's right here, Type Blazer. It's just a typing game. But that's my incognito. That's also, where did I log into my account, man? Right here. I need a new icon. I can't be having that view icon. Perfect guy to help in the chat. Yeah, a full stack web dev. Push directly to main. Alright, whatever, man. Alright, what else can we work on? We need to add number 23. So I'm gonna clear this context, and I'm gonna be like, look at the GitHub issues for Type Blazer and work on issue number 23. Make sure to create a new branch from main and work in that new branch. Thank you very much. Turn on plan mode, let it do its thing. And then, alright, back to the other Claude. What's it doing here? check and see if it's working. Glad to help if any is ever needed. Yeah, I've been like completely hands off, man. I've just been telling the AI to do everything, man. And it's been working out. I've gotten a lot further than I thought. Will you trust Mr. Claude or a senior full stack web dev? I'd trust Claude, man. I think I'd trust Claude over a random senior full stack web dev. No offense to any senior full stack web devs, but this thing is crazy, you know? I'd take both opinions into consideration. That's what I would really do. Hey, who the hell did that type Blazor? Vibe coding. It's really just pressing enter a bunch of times. Next. What's this? What are we working on here? Oh, this was plan mode, or no. It implemented the fix already. This one is the type Blazor, and it's working on implementing. What is issue number 23, man? I forget. Oh, report a bug button. That's what we're implementing right now in Type Blazor. Just a little thing to report a bug. So when we do launch it and there's 1,000 bugs, if anyone's using it, they can say, hey, there's a weird bug right here. Right? Alright, what's this one? Should I test this? PR created. Alright. Should we test it? That's the question. No offense taken. I would say the same thing. The job of coding to me is to solve the problem on a deadline, and sometimes it's the best to use what we prefer to get an answer. Force them to type the bug at 100 WPMs or they can't submit. That is a pretty good idea, man. We don't need bug reports from typing scrubs. Yeah. So it creates the PR. Now I gotta remember how to run my dang thing. I guess. What was that noise, man? Did you guys hear that? Is that? It's crazy noise. What is it doing here? No, you can't do that, man. Error in use. Oh. All the ports, man. I'm using up my ports. This port uses the same thing as that port. Hey, it did it again. Who's making them noises? Lollapalooza. What's happened? Where's that noise at? For real? Jesus. Now I don't know what to do. Who's doing that, man? Anybody recognize those sounds? Anyways. What was I actually doing though? I was gonna run these things and check this out. I don't know if I have the bandwidth to run two different projects at the same time. Hey, where's the report a bug button? It said it made this report a bug, but then there's no button. Oh, that's the wrong thing. This is the blinking chat. Alright, it must be these dang terminals. I didn't know these terminals made noise. Who turned the sound on these things? It's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna just merge this. And I'm gonna just focus on TypeBlazer because I don't think switching back and forth between Midnight Simon and TypeBlazer is a good. So that's a context switching for me. So strictly focus on one thing, TypeBlazer, not this one. I'm gonna just close this off right now. And then on this one, oh, it's still writing an implementation plan. That sounds crazy, man. If you multitask, you risk burnout. Best to focus. Yeah, maybe. Weren't all the recent changes to Claude Code completely AI generated? Guess it felt like it needed a bell. I think it's just my terminal making those noises. Maybe I enabled sound sometime and I don't remember when I did it. I don't think it was making sounds before, man. I know it's making these noises, you know. Alright, this is the report a bug button. Alright, let's implement that. It's not even working on a new branch. I already know it. I already know it's gonna do some weird stuff. I'd really like to do the get work trees here though, I think. Where parallel agents work tree guide. This is what I need. So the next thing we work on, I'm gonna spawn off two different things. White border color. Thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. Let me look at the issues. Alright, what else do I want to implement right now? Imports. Oh yeah, I guess we can work on all of these things, man. I already did this. Difficulty utility? What is this talking about, man? We gotta create more issues. There's a lot of things to work on, you know. I just don't have anything documented. Man, in my case, these waits for LLM to process and responses drain my productivity as hell. Yeah, that's why I try and work with parallel ones, and then it's like I'm I'm not the one blocking anymore. Or I am the one blocking now. It's not the LLMs that are blocking, you know. Were those issues created by AI too? I think some of them were in this repo, but in my other project, I was creating them. Boss Gans, what's happening? Streaming every day, every weekday, at least. Roxanne, happy Thursday. Welcome to the party. Saint Mary in the house. I like that. Anyways, what was this? This is the button. Let me check to see if the button works. Docker compose. I guess that just brought them down. Maybe. Rebuilds, put them back up, and then we'll check the type Blazor thing. I feel like running long end-to-end tests instead of unit tests. Yeah, I mean, I guess even without AI, before I use AI a lot, I'm just waiting for the dang binaries to build, or the test cases to run, or the benchmarks to run, or yeah, the end-to-end test to finish. You know, I'd put my test things running, and I'd go to the kitchen and eat some snacks, and then go back to my desk. I'm like, oh yeah, it's still running. Let me go get a smoothie next. It's kind of like the same thing, really. We're checking out that report a bug button. I didn't even specify anything, but did it? I think I did specify. Hey, what the hell? It's just gonna take me to the repo, man. I don't want that. Wait, do I want that? Maybe. Alright, how can I open this so that any Joe Schmo can report the bug? Let me ask. I think my repository is private right now. How can I open it up so that anybody can report a GitHub issue? Bullet Symphony says, I got Claude connected to Gmail, Gcalendar, JetBrain, IDE, GitHub, Jira, Microsoft To Do, and I got the perfect flow, and AI does it all. Plus Git actions, the stage production, changelog, semantic versioning. That is a very crazy workflow you got going on, and I'm trying to get it on your level, man. You got any tips for us, man? To get Claude integrated into everything, or you know, the solution is not implementing unit testing. Yeah. Yeah, who needs unit tests, man? The cool thing is that it emails the correct people from Jira projects, set up meetings according to milestone sprints. So what do you do, man? You just watch it do its thing? Top right. Scroll down to the danger zone, change visibility, make it public. I don't want to make it public, man. Yeah, keep private but enable issues. Settings, collaborators. No, I don't want that either. Wait, what? A separate public repo just for issue tracking. I don't know, man. Can you just have them submit the bug and it goes to our super base, and then there's an admin panel that I can just view all the bugs that people submit? To be honest, I won't be able to control such amount of integrations. Basically, I couldn't process such amount of data. What is this even for? Yeah, I used my coins and didn't get the Discord invite. Hey, Roxanne, I'm so sorry. Let me send you an invite. Send me a whisper on Twitch. I didn't see that redemption. Alright, there you go, there you go. Moltbot, I'm in danger. Please remove all my emails. What? Hey, you use Moltbot or Claudebot? What does it do? I don't really know much about Claudebot. What's this asking? Alright, that's the next thing. I gotta make the Claude thing play a little noise anytime it needs my input. Yeah, I know Claudebot had to change their name, but I don't really know anything about Moltbot, I guess. Alright. So we're trying to run... Oh, we're trying to do the submit button thing. And I told it to make our own in-house thing instead. Good for you? You're just not gonna tell me what it is, man? Alright, that's cool. I see how it is. Can you solve a Rubik's Cube? No, I can't. Also, what's happened? Hola. We them boys, or holla holla. I don't know, but it's the same way to spell them both. Cheers. I used to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube, but not very well. It took me a lot of focus, you know. I think I could get up to the last part. I used the beginner's method to solve it. I didn't know any like advanced ways to solve the Rubik's Cube. Are you guys into Rubik's Cubes, man? Can you solve one? There's I know a couple people into Rubik's Cubes, man. One of them, he does it in like a minute or something. And he's like, a minute, that's not even a good time. Get out of here. I can barely solve one in under 30 minutes. Yeah, same. Barely. I can solve it. Yeah, I can solve it if I look at the tutorial, but I can't do it from memory. It's been years since I've tried, you know. We need role profiles. Alright, this is gonna be a lot of work, maybe, but it's gonna do it in like 3 minutes. I've seen documentaries with these kids that scare me. Yeah. I've achieved maximum vibes. A little freezy in the house. How do you achieve maximum vibes, man? You gotta share some secrets. I'm trying to get in on those vibes, man. Alright. Should we send it? Yeah. Just do it, man. Just implement everything. Have you tried Claudebot? I have not. I have not tried Claudebot. KJ Betts in the house. What's happening, KJ Betts? Claude Code plus Gemini CLI plus Open Code plus anti-gravity. Dang. I'm only 25% vibes then, man. I'm only Claude coding right now. Hey, is there a need for having that many LLM models and stuff and toolings, you know? Like, isn't open code kind of replacing, doesn't make it a few of those things redundant? I don't know if you're just joking or if you actually like use all these tools at the same time or use them in different scenarios, you know? I'm just trying to learn about vibe coding here. To see what other people are doing, to see what works out there. I'm just kidding, but I'm going between Claude Code and Open Code with Copilot when I hit Claude limits. I see, so when you hit the limits, that's when you like switch over. Because I know some people will actually use multiple LLMs for different purposes. Maybe they use Opus to plan, and they use like, I don't know, Sonnet to implement a basic plan. Maybe they use Gemini to like review code or to refactor big refactors, you know. Code Slayer, what's happening? How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Just chilling, vibing, working on some issues, or at least telling AI to work on issues, and I just look and check that it did the job, you know. I thought Gemini sucked until I used their CLI. I haven't actually used anti-gravity for anything, but I did download it. That's more than me, man. I've been meaning to download this thing for a month, and I haven't gotten to that point yet. Learned a lot about Dijkstra last night watching the beginning of the Algo stream. I didn't realize you had such a high score on LeetCode. Hey, Blue Cactus AI, what's happening? Yeah, Dijkstra's is fun. I don't know if I don't know if LeetCode has a score, but I get what you're saying. I've done a lot of LeetCode problems. Yeah, maybe I actually started to enjoy solving LeetCode problems after you get like the basic foundation. It's like, you know, I don't know if you play video games, man, but you know, there's some really difficult, complex video games out there. Maybe like Crusader Kings or one of them type of games, right? And like, it's not fun trying to learn a very complex game. It's like a lot of effort, man, and you have to be in the right mindset and stuff to get over that hump. But it's like once you learn how to play a complex game, it becomes really, really fun. And I think that's kind of what LeetCode is for me. Once you learn, you do the basic tutorial and you know all the moves, then you can start to appreciate the game. That's what League of Legends is. Nah, League of Legends sucks, man. Nah, I'm playing. Kinda. I think League of Legends it's easy to play casually, I guess. Because it's like, oh, you just click the buttons or whatever and things happen. But I think there is other game like Dwarf Fortress, man. Who the hell knows how to play that dang game? I've tried to learn that game like 10 times and I'm always like, who cares what these dwarves want, man? I'm gonna go do something else. Chrono Tiger, I haven't played that one in. Yeah, there's a few games that I've always wanted to learn how to play and I just don't feel like to put the time in. Some of those grand strategy games. Anyways, we're talking about LeetCode, man. How are we talking about games? The challenge and complexity becomes fun like a puzzle. Go and start doing the LeetCode daily and following along with you. Dang, I like that. And I think maybe even as we get more dependent on AI to code for us, I think it's important to at least keep your mind sharp doing puzzles or something. So I think LeetCode is good for that. Chrono Tiger is old school, but it's easy. Follow a story. Oh, it's like them Final Fantasy type games. I always heard Chrono Trigger. Did I call it Tiger? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I've always heard about that game, but I've never played it. I played the Final Fantasies though. I played League of Legends before. Yeah, that game is super popular. Everybody try. I used to play it a long time ago, man, but I was never really competitive with that game. Alright. So I gotta make a new... This is for Type Blazor. Alright, I'm gonna do this in my other window. The Chosen One 1080. Welcome. My family's hostage. They'll be dead if you don't solve this. Please solve this one shot. A nice, healthy prompt I use. Oh yeah? Are you into vibe coding, Chosen One? I know you're into LeetCode. Error failed. I'm gonna have to tell it. Your script failed, man. You don't vibe code, man? You're not into LLMs and stuff? Oh, it says my email. I just copied and pasted it, and it says like what's my email, man? Oh, there's no admin account, man. Hold on. I know what's going on, but not really an AI tool guy. I do use GPT for thinking about edge cases, though. Interesting. Edge cases for like, for what? Are you working? Are you a student? Are you just writing test cases out there? Alright, what's going on? It's giving some bogus SQL scripts, man. Oh, shit. Working. Oh, yeah. Is everybody at work using AI? Everybody must be using AI, right? Alright, I gotta check out some things. Alright, I'm an admin, it says. Very good, very good. So do I have to copy this? Hold on. We're almost ready to test this feature out. I think we're ready right now. I work in customer service. Yes, we have to copy and paste the AI summary of the calls. Oh yeah? Damn. I know there's a lot of call centers in Jamaica. I didn't think that they'd be using AI, but man, I guess everybody's using AI these days. I think there are a lot of people who refuse to use it. Yeah, when I was at Google, I noticed that as well. It's like the more senior people are, the less likely they are to want to learn it or use it. All right. What was I doing, man? So implementation is complete, and it told me to run the SQL stuff. All right, now I gotta try out the thing again. So bring it down, and I put it back up. Docker Compose up, rebuild, and we'll test the report a bug feature, and then we gotta think what we gotta work on next for TypeBlazer. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Convex and Supabase. Yeah, I just paid $25 to Supabase for the month. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm trying to like not be so stingy, man. I'm trying to actually build things. What's $25 right now? So because I was on the free tier, I'm like, man, why am I trying to just be on a free tier, man? It's not like I can't afford $25. So it's just the pro plan. And before I was limited by how many projects I could have. I could only have 2 projects running, but now I can just have a bunch. I understand why, but at the same time, it's another tool, not like it's going away. Might as well get good at using it. Yeah, that's how I feel. I am using Postgres, but handling my own auth and storing sessions in Redis or Redis. That's bumping. I was gonna do that initially, but everybody just told me, why am I trying to handle and build my own auth? I should just use Supabase. Make life easier. And that's what I did. And life is pretty easy, I must say, but it's costing me $25 a month. I guess I could self-host Supabase, and that's another reason why I chose it. So if I ever need more than a $25 pro plan, I think maybe I might think about self-hosting on a dedicated server. I'll have to weigh the pros and cons of that in the future. What all are you using on Supabase? I'm using auth stuff mainly, I guess. Looking forward to your thoughts on it as you start using it more. Yeah, I think right now, like, I'll be fine with the cheap version. Anyways, let's test this bug thing or whatever it was. So it's like the report a bug feature. I'm gonna say testing the button. Your button sucks. Alright, how do I see? Is there an admin panel that will show me the bugs? How do I get there? Is there a link to it? Did you put a link somewhere on the page, or do I have to manually type in the URL? You're gonna make me manually type in the URL, man. I already know it. They already told me where to go. Right? Admin route. I'm gonna have it give me the link, man. Admin/bugs. Man, I am signed in. What you talking about? Hey, when I click that link, or when I try to navigate to admin bugs, it hits me with a pop-up modal to log in. I've already set my accounts to isadmin true in Supabase. What's happening? Dang. I didn't eat enough breakfast this morning, man. Now I'm hungry. Oh, you know, did I? Hold on. I'm actually logged in, yeah. Hard refresh. Hard refresh. Alright, I'm gonna tell it. I'm still having issues. You gotta get in there and check the code, man. I had a fat breakfast burrito this morning. Did you make it or did you buy it? Because I gotta know how you made that thing. If you made it. And how good at rolling burritos are you if you made it, man? I've seen some people really good at rolling burritos, and then some people really bad. Anytime I go get burritos. Ordinary bagel 1. Welcome. That's what I had. I had a bagel. Alright, see a few potential issues. Can you access profile? Yes, I can access profile. Alright. Is it done? Alright, let's see. Wait, yes, I can access the profile page. And yes, I see my username in the header. But let me try. I think I have to bring it down. Docker compose down. Made it right now. I've been buying the pico pre-chopped pico from Walmart. Avocado oil in pan, salt and pepper, whip eggs in pan, toss in pico, toss in sharp cheddar, keto tortilla in air fryer. Fancy. That is real fancy. I'm trying to get ideas for other food I can make at home, man. Like, what am I gonna eat for lunch? Who knows? Who knows? What? Alright, we're rebuilding. That's what we're doing. And then we're gonna test to see if it's still broken. Come on. It's still asking me, man. It is still asking me to log in. Should I hit this in the console? How are those keto tortillas? I've been eating keto for about 3 weeks now. Seems to be working. Hey, what's keto, man? It's just like no carbs or something like that. Just eat meat and veggies. I do minute rice too, a lot, and then chicken in air fryer and just saute jalapeno and onion and eggs too with some yum yum sauce. I've been craving grilled cheese, so I may bring my clients to Panera today. What kind of clients you got, man? And who's paying the bill? I guess you're paying for your clients? Is that how it works? I don't do full keto. I feel like crap with no sugar. Yeah, I need my sugar fix, man. Mainly no refined carbs and sugars. Meat, veggies, dairy. I guess like cheese and ice cream. Well, ice cream got sugar, right? Alright, man. Today feels like I'm going pretty slow. I think I really gotta just get my flows down right to speed up my vibe coding. I think I'm not moving at an acceptable pace, at least today and yesterday. When I'm on stream, at least. I think when I'm off stream, I fly a lot faster. But I'm trying to get more productive on stream too, you know. Alright, should we try now? We gotta rebuild it again. Tired of rebuilding it, man. I should just run it in dev mode, but I'm too lazy to set that up right now. I'm a direct service provider for this, so aren't independent. I get reimbursed for activities and lunch. Oh yeah. Then you gotta go somewhere else besides Panera, man. You gotta Ruth's Chris or, you know. I guess you have a budget, but still. Yeah, go get a big steak. Go Michelin star, you know. At some point, do you think the middleman, we, will get removed from the coding process? Shit. I think if that happens, it's gonna be crazy because a lot of other things are gonna get affected. Stay hard motivated says use anti-gravity. Yeah, it's on my list of things to check out, man. Don't you worry. Alright, did we rebuild it? It's running. Let's check it again, man. See what's up. So here we are, we're logged in, and then we hit the admin bugs and still asking us to sign in. But maybe it didn't do anything. Maybe it just wants me to give it some debugging info. There's a budget. We eat fancy sometimes, though. Yeah, you gotta eat fancy. If you're trying to impress clients, man, you can't impress them with Panera bread. Come on. At some point... Oh, wait, I already answered that, Javier D. What do you think, Javier D? Do you think you're gonna get replaced? Like all of us? If we all get replaced, man, what's the point? What are we all gonna be doing? Most accurate model in your opinion? Which other models have you tried? Stay hard motivated. I haven't tried any in a while. The only ones I've used recently is Opus 4.5. But that's the one it seems everyone is using, you know. I haven't vibe coded much. I use AI, but the basic models. What are the basic models? Like ChatGPT, I guess, would be considered basic at this point. Oh, it found it. Look at that. Using OpenAI ChatGPT Codex 5.2. Yeah, I haven't even tried Codex or anything, man. I think I paid $20 a month to ChatGPT, and I haven't even used ChatGPT in months. Maybe I should cancel my plan. Super Maven for Copilot. I haven't tried Copilot either, but I didn't know Copilot was that bumping, really. Alright, let's try. We gotta bring it down and put it back up. You have access to Codex with a $20 sub. Yeah, but I don't use it though. I've been using Gemini a lot for general questions and research, and then I use Claude Code for coding stuff, really. But this is not because I tried every LLM and I decided these were the best. Only, I guess I researched on what people say, and I think the consensus is Claude Code is the best for coding. Maybe not in every single situation, but generally speaking, it seems Claude Code is the answer. Alright, everything's up. Let's see if we can go to this dang admin panel now, man. It's too easy. Vibe coding. Look at that. Alright. It's working. I can access the admin panel. Very good. Let's add a feature where we can delete a bug. Using speech to text, I love that. Yeah, it's game changer, I think. Do you use it in your flow? Sometimes I'll type if it's like I have to copy a link or something, but if I'm just trying to dump my thoughts, I think it's a lot easier to talk to it. Alright, what are we gonna work on after this bug report thing? I need a leaderboard. We don't have that yet. But also there's a few things. I need to gather my thoughts. I need to get rid of these options and credits buttons because who cares? Maybe I'll keep the credits and it will be like, you know, hyping myself up. Yes, I'm using Whisper Flow. You can also use Whisper CPP models locally if you want to drop the Whisper subscription. Hey, thanks for the tip. I'm not subscribed yet. And Tanarax, thank you very much for the follow. I'm still on my 14-day free trial. But if anybody wants to try Whisper for a month for free, you can check my link out, man. You get a month free, I get a month free, but you gotta talk for 2,000 words. I don't even know if I'll need a month free if I get that Whisper CPP, but you know, I'll show you. Share your link. They sign up, get a free month of Pro. I get a free month when they dictate 2,000 words. So go read a book on Whisper. I just built Liquid Glass desktop app in Go using local Whisper CPP model in the binary, then doing transcription and working pretty good. Oh dang, so you're using Whisper in your app to listen to what people saying? Vibe code A local whisper model save the monthly sub. Yeah, that's what somebody did. Somebody yesterday said they did that after they saw me doing the whisper thing. They said they downloaded Whisper Flow for the trial, and then they whisper vibe coded a whisper replacement. And they linked it. They linked their repo yesterday. I forget the repo though. Alright, man. What did we say we're about to do? I think I need to organize what needs to get done for launch for this dang issue thing. So let me just create some issues that I think are important to me. Let's report a button. Oh, the heat map. Yeah, that's important, man. We can work on that right now. Alright, where are we at? The heat map, issue number 22. Delete button appears. Alright, I trust it. Should I try it? Dang, I should try it, man. Where's the delete? I have to rebuild to try it though. Alright, nice. Can you make a push all your commits to a new branch that's relevant? Branch name is relevant to this work, and then create a PR, and I will merge the PR. And then we're gonna work on that heat map. It's like using Internet Explorer to download Chrome. Man, hey, Tenerax, man, you're good. It is kind of like that. Maybe that's what the future is gonna be like. We download a program to build a program or whatever. What am I doing? I'm trying to push this work. Start on the next feature. Guru Hari, what's happened? Advice to get start problem solving on LeetCode kind of platforms. Do you know how to program? Are you like a student who needs to study LeetCode? Are you an experienced developer trying to just prepare for interviews? I think it might not even matter. How to get started? I think you should tackle the topics one at a time. Kind of like studying each topic is kind of like doing a tutorial, man, or following the guidelines and going through your training. And then once you study all the different topics, I'll show you which topics I think are important. I have them on my website, midnightsimon.com/topics. These topics on the left, all the common topics. Well, all the ones except the DP ones. I don't think you should start with DP. That's why they're towards the bottom of the list. But again, the list isn't really in order based on anything. Maybe I should organize them a bit better. But these are all topics that you should know and be comfortable with when you want to, be ready for interviews and whatnot. What is monostack queue? Monostack is like you're iterating through elements and you keep a stack, but everything in the stack is in a very special order. It's in sorted order. Like I think it's not a super common thing, but it's super useful. In a lot of problems, you can use a monotonic stack or queue to solve. But those are usually at least medium or hard problems with monotonic. Why not just priority queue? Because the time complexity of a monotonic stack is usually pretty good, like O(n). But a priority queue would be like n log n, because it's log n insert. So that's why you wouldn't use a priority queue over a monotonic stack. But this technique is specific to certain setups, I guess. Anyways, that's my advice. Is just to start studying the topics one at a time, doing a bunch of problems under those topics before you try to solve random problems. All right, what were we doing? Just commit. Yeah. Cody Senpai, what's happened? Welcome. What's happening here? We're vibe coding, but somebody just asked me about LeetCode, and I was just explaining some things about LeetCode. Are you running Claude for this? Yeah, I'm on the Claude Max plan, which I think is too much for me. I'm about to downgrade to the Max $100 plan because I'm on the Max 200 plan. And then, so I'm gonna downgrade. Maybe I should do that today. Excuse me. Excuse me, man. Sorry. And then I'll like upgrade again once I start to use up all my tokens efficiently. Hey, Demon Puke, thank you. Alright, so next, I'm gonna try to do the next prompt in parallel. So I'm gonna tell this thing to do the parallel agents thing. We'll see. Been looking at the pro and it really doesn't give information on how much you actually get. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna just clear the context, man. Alright. Here we go. Let me go to main. We gotta do some button clicking here. Pull in the latest changes everywhere, I guess. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on that heat map, which is issue number 22. But I'm going to use this brainstorm, superpowers brainstorm skill that people say it's really good. And then we're gonna have a little design session with Claude, I guess. So it's understanding the project, and then we'll talk about the heat map thing we're trying to implement. All right, man. Shouldn't I already know about my code base here? Anyways, so we need the heat map, we need a leaderboard. I want to be able to create private leagues, you know, like in fantasy football you have your own league. Alright, I want this feature where people can create their own private league and have their friends join, and then they can all race each other in the league and keep track of how many wins in that league. So it's like a private leaderboard and everything. And maybe there's like one owner of the league, and the owner is the only person who can create the races and invite people to their league or something like that. We gotta flesh out all the details, but this is the general idea. Alright, what else? What else do I want? I don't even know if I need that for like the beta launch, but it would be cool. What else we need? We need hourly global race. Alright, we need to implement the hourly global race. where everybody can race each other every hour on the hour, and we'll have like a big, nice global leaderboard to show all the champions every day and throughout history. That's also something I want on this typing game. Alright, let's brainstorm this heat map. I want to work on issue number 22. This is implementing a GitHub-like heat map into type Blazor so that everybody who has a profile can see, visually see their activity all time or whatever. Yeah. Please ask me questions and whatnot so we can flesh this out. Do you have GitHub MCP server set up to pull those GitHub issues? Nah, it's just using the CLI, man. Nothing crazy. I don't even think I have any MCP tools configured. Number of races completed that day counts as an activity. How should the color intensity work? Fix thresholds, I think. I know on GitHub it's like B. I'm gonna use B. Yeah, GitHub CLI tool. Yeah, that's what it's using, man. How much history should the heat map show? It should show a full year, man. A full year. I'm gonna tell you something crazy, like after we finish the design powwow thing. Where should it be? A prominent place. Whatever. Oh, Jesus. What happens when someone hovers over or clicks a day? Tooltip. Who knows, man? Whatever. Let's just do tooltip only. How many races? We'll add more complex features in the future. What color scheme for the heat map? Match type Blazor's colors, man. One more question about data. Looking at Codebase, game sessions are stored in Supabase. We should. Aggregate on the fly for now, man. Or I should say B. I typed A, but I meant C, actually. Last question. What should empty new profiles show? They should show maybe whatever, a homeboy Penji. What's happening? Thank you very much for the follow. Alright, well, I was gonna tell it to do something, man. Alright, here's what I'm about to tell it to do. Yes, this looks good. I have a special request. Let me know when you're ready to receive that request. It's gonna be a crazy request. I want you to design the heat map to look, traditional like the GitHub one. But I also want you to design 3 different other heat maps. And in each of these other heat maps, I want you to get as creative as possible and think of a new way to display the information for a full calendar year. A new type of heat map that looks unique and interesting and visually appealing and all that. 3 different types in addition to the original GitHub style one. Think really hard when you do this. Use all your resources into coming up with the sickest heat maps. The sickest heat maps the world has ever seen. Alright. Oh, I forgot, make no mistakes, yeah. Nice prompts, work the AI hard. Yeah, we'll see if it can do anything creative. Let's see what it does, man. Interesting. Alright, this is the classic GitHub. Yeah, this looks good. Who cares about the classic one, man? That's all boring. Everybody knows about that. It's everywhere on the internet. We're trying to create something groundbreaking. Could it be this easy? We'll find out. I know nothing about AI stuff, so don't feel like I'm a judge in any way. Yeah, don't worry, man. Oh shit, look at this. Imagine a vinyl record or tree cross section. The entire year forms a complete circle. Divided into 365 thin arc segments radiating outwards. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for the next one, man. That's a great idea. Use even more brain power to come up with something even more impressive. That's no circle. Yeah, that's an octagon or a hexagon. I don't even know. Do you use Claude Code at work? This is work. Derp sauce. This is my work, I guess. I don't have a job. Work it, yeah. But before I did use AI at work, not Claude Code. I used Gemini. But lots of people are using Claude Code at work, man. I hear everybody's using it. Alright, heat map style number 3. Constellation map. A dark night sky where each day you raced appears as a star. More races that day, brighter, larger star. Consecutive active days connect with faint lines forming constellations. Your streaks literally become star patterns you created. Incredible. Yeah, this one is interesting. Super duper creative. What you got for the last one? Rigscam, thank you very much for the follow. Why it's sick. Deeply personal. You're literally charting your journey in stars. Emotional resonance. Writing your story in the sky. Hey, Blue Cactus AI, thank you very much for the follow, man. Beautiful as art, even without understanding the data. Rewards consistency, constellations, and intensity. Alright, I'm very curious. What's the last one? Terrain. Oh, typing terrain. Wow, this is great. Your year of practice as a 3D topographic landscape you've sculpted through effort. The concept, an isometric terrain map where activity creates elevation. More races equal higher ground. You're literally building mountains with your keyboard. Amazing. Let's implement all of these and display them at the same time so that we can decide which one is going to be the champion of them all. It's like that Usher song, Moving Mountains. I don't know that Usher song, man. The only Usher song I know is My Way, right? Which other Usher song is there? I'm getting confused with Usher and Cisco now, man. The only Cisco song I know is the Thong Song. Hey, Fluffy, welcome to the party. What's happening? You Got It Bad, yeah. That's Usher. Confessions. Do I remember that one? I don't remember if I remember that one. You Got It Bad. I remember that one for sure. But I can't remember any other. I didn't really listen to Usher, man. I only saw him on TV sometimes. How should we display? Let's do. Heat map demo. Tab view. Let's do the tab view on the profile page. Oh yeah. Everybody knows that one. DJ Got Us Falling in Love. I don't remember that one, Fluffy. OMG, I guess. My Boo? I don't remember that one. You Got It Bad. My Way. That's the one I remember, man. My Way. But that's not even... That's like an album. That's not even a song. I swear it's a song. Usher. Anyways. That's what y'all listening to back in those days. Alright, what is this? Yeah, this makes sense. Alright, do we have to tell it? Yes, ready for the implementation details. We're going to talk about processing client side. Oh, no need. Oh yeah, it's trivial, they say. Yeah, I'm ready for them all, man. Don't even ask me if I'm ready for the next one. Just do all of them at once. Man, I can't wait to see these heat maps. Dangerously skip permissions. No, I'm not trying to do that, man. That's crazy. It's trivial, he said. Yeah. Right there. Alright. Just keeping me waiting, man. Ready to write this to a design document and then set up for implementation. Dang, how many steps are there just to implement this stuff? Yeah, let's do that. Should we clear your context before writing the design document, or are you good with context? Did I just waste context by asking that? I've read about horror stories with AI messing up people's computers, but haven't experienced it myself. Have you guys messed up your computers with AI? Fluffy, have you done it? Sounds like you're talking from experience, man. No, yeah, I only read about stories of people doing it. Hey, what am I gonna eat for lunch? It's gonna be chicken, probably. Getting real hungry right now. Man, which one of these heat maps are nice? I like the Constellation one, I think. The mountain one is nice too. We'll see how it looks. No, but if you YOLO like that, run it in a container or something. Wait, no, it's just the default message that shows up nowadays when you want to install a pip package outside of a virtual environment. The actual option is break system packages. Yeah, I don't know anything about Python, man. Alright, I'm going to have to also like seed some activity for the last year for my profile. Or for a dummy profile or something. How should we do this? Create a Git work tree for isolated development. Create a detailed implementation plan with tasks. Which one? Yes. Generate a detailed implementation plan with tasks. Python is goated. I used to be a big hater, but thanks to TypedDix and Pendantic, Pydantic, I've seen the lights. What do you use Python for? Just like, are you building something in Python, or are you just talking like general programming stuff? Did you build that markdown file that is handling your work trees? No. I didn't build anything, man. Everything is done by Claude. I just tell Claude to like write a guide for itself to do multiple work trees and stuff. In general, I'm actually building something in Python, but I'm not allowed to use any type annotations because of the coding standard. I see. I don't have a coding standard, man, so anything goes in my code base. It's really sad. Well, they just don't have types? I guess Python doesn't really have types, yeah? It's optional. Been a Java guy for 3 years. Yeah? So is this like a new job for you? Or how do you find yourself in this position? New job. I see. Is it like a startup? Or something? Like, it's a job I'm doing while I get a reply on my masters. I see. Masters. Because that's alright. I suppose people would not want to use types to go faster, right? It's like build fast. Like, who cares about those types, man? We'll define them later. Let's just get something working right now. That's what I think of whenever I skip out on types in TypeScript or JavaScript. I just can't be bothered, you know, but maybe that's not great. As time goes on, it gets real messy. No, actually, it's not just to go faster. It's because we're using a framework for an ERP, and the coding standard that they want doesn't use type annotations, I guess. I see. Alright. What is this doing? Writing a plan skill to create the implementation plan. Bite-sized tasks. Following. Dang, it's gonna do some crazy testing here. Maybe this is too much, man. But we'll see. I just want to see the heat maps, you know? Just want to see the heat maps. Alright, we got how much time? We got about an hour before I get out of here for lunch, man. Is it stuck? When waiting for the agent, this is usually when I start chopping wood in old school RuneScape, yeah? Hey, Sonny Johnson, welcome. How you doing, man? What's poppin'? Yeah, this is when I should probably like start another agent in parallel, actually. Should I do that right now? Can I have two clouds running in the same folder? I don't know. About to try it. Alright, this has been given some errors, so I guess the local settings are wrong somehow. Like, what is it saying, man? Pattern must be at the end. Prefix matching. Which one? This thing here? Like, yeah, what is this, man? I'm gonna just erase those. Who cares about that? All these things. Weird. Let's delete them. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Yeah. Alright, should we try this sub-agent driven thing? Which one? Which one? Let's try the sub-agent thing. See if it can do that. Hope this doesn't mess everything up, man. Hope it uses different branches and all that. Actually, I'm interrupting you to make sure you create a new branch when you do your work and all your sub-agents and all that junk, man. Don't be pushing things to main at will, you know. Create the new branch to do the work, man. Come on now. I shouldn't have to tell you this, and I hope you already knew this. Alright, what are y'all saying? Yeah, I see you have an agentic flow set up with multiple agents on work trees running on different issues. Yeah, I'm trying to like get that process done good. You can just burn tokens fast if you're not staring it sometimes. I got tokens to burn though. I'm not sure, but I think that's the reason for the work trees, so they work in different folders. Yeah. Best part about AI is you can just micromanage it and kind of rough it up. I guess so. I don't have to worry about saying something bad to it. Could never do that to a human. Well, I could never do that to a human. I still say please and thank you when I chat to LLMs. I can't bring myself to be mean to it. To be fair, I don't use them that much, but I don't want to be mean. I don't think I'm too mean. Sometimes I get a little frustrated, but not mean. Alright, well, if this is gonna do all that sub-agent orchestration thing, I think I want to pay attention to that. Let me just close the right one. Yeah, I want to pay attention to see the sub-agents working on these 4 different heat maps, basically, you know. You're right, man. The plan has get push origin main. Come on now. I knew I had to step in and say something because it always does that. Anyways. It's going too slow for me. Come on now. There needs to be a turbo button. Go faster. You guys remember, I don't know, having a computer with the turbo button on it? You press the turbo button and it's supposed to go faster. That's what these AIs need for real, man. Or am I imagining that? Did computers have the turbo button back in them days? I swear they used to. It's talking about writing tests? It's crazy. Dario from Anthropic is probably on his hands and knees trying to get more compute and money to make it faster. Sure did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did have those things. Anyways, while this has happened, let me say, let me just advertise a little bit. on my website, my new flow is the next day after I stream algorithms, I'm going to immediately put all the problems I solved on stream in my solutions archive. So if you missed an algorithm stream but you're just curious to see which problems I did or how I solved them or whatever, you can just come here and you click on it. I will take you to the YouTube VOD, to the point in the VOD where I begin solving the problem. So this was last night. I was doing the contest and stuff. So you can see like my thought process as I'm going through the problem and things I get stuck on, things I might need help from chat with, all that type of stuff, man. I'm really trying to build out this catalog, you know. I'm real serious about this. So I have old VODs I need to go through, and my earliest VOD on YouTube is from January 27th, 2024. So I only have like a year of VODs to go through, but I have a lot that aren't on YouTube that I also need to go through, and maybe I'll start uploading some old VODs or break them up into the problems and upload them. And that will, I'll, you know, slowly build out a crazy archive of all my solutions on LeetCode. If you ever wanted to see somebody try a problem and get stuck and then figure out how to solve it. Anyways, so I'm very excited to finish that, man. This weekend I'm probably gonna try and add as many as I can from my old VODs. Yeah, I think there is a lot of value in it, and man, I have so many videos. You guys want to see? Let me see if I can pull up some videos, man. Might not even be able to. But look at my archives. Can you see this? So this, well, should I just list them? Extra large icons, man. So I have like full years of videos, and then during 2021, this is when I started. June was when I started, and they're all like every single day during those months I streamed, and every single VOD is like 3 gigs, man. So it's like, this folder is crazy. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Look how much a terabyte of VODs. That's what I got. 999 files. That's nuts, huh? 1,000 VODs in here. That's the work that's ahead. I gotta do, man. And back then I used to, there was more of a story back then, because I was like grinding LeetCode for a purpose. These days I'm not grinding LeetCode for anything but practice, you know. It's Logan Butler. What's happening? Thank you very much for the raid. Nice hair. Thank you very much. How you doing, Logan Butler? Are you into vibe coding? Are you into LeetCode? Because I'm into both of them. I'm willing to talk about any of them, man. Right now I'm vibe coding. Ads? Come on. How are you going to put ads as soon as we get rated? Thank you very much for the follow, Logan Butler. Alright, man. How are you, Logan Butler Raiders, doing? What were y'all working on? Man, what is this thing working on? Hasn't even done anything, you know? I have words to speak. Alright. Man, this thing is going real slow, but I hope it's... Hey, it's using which model? I can't believe it's using some bunk-ass model like this, man. I gotta tell it. But maybe that's in the skills. I'm trying to use Opus for everything. Hey, man. Can you use Opus for everything? Like Haiku 4.5, who wants that, man? Nobody wants Haiku. Alright, it's Logan Butler is back. Welcome back. Can't believe I wasn't following. Actually, you inspired the style I stream. Maybe it was someone else, but I feel like I remember you blurring your work and being locked in or in focus mode. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Those are like co-working streams. Yeah. It's been a long time. I was just showing all my old VODs. I probably did some co-working. I don't know, man. There was a point where I was doing them quite frequently. But I haven't done one in a while, to be honest. Hey, you guys want to see some old VODs? I used to have... You guys want to see some history on this channel? So I've been streaming since 2021, and now I have this subscribers board, but this board wasn't always a website. Like, I only made this website 4 years ago, but before I used to have a digital board like this. This was from when? 2022. I used to write everybody's names on my board. This was my digital board, and it used to be behind me on my stream. And then before this, before that board, I actually had a dang physical board in the background that I used to write on. But you know, that was a long time ago. Nowadays it's on the website. I love the website. Thank you very much. Is that a chalkboard? Yeah, it was a chalkboard. I'm a website enjoyer for sure. Yeah, I like it too, man. I'm not gonna, even though I made it, I still like it. I think I put a lot of design efforts into this. I remember the physical board, dang. KJ Betts, you remember things that long ago? Yeah, that physical board. I had to stop with the physical board because the chalk dust was too much, man. It was like so dusty in my room. Wait, what do you want to do? Yeah, you can do that. But I also want you to use Opus more. This thing's taking a little bit too long. 7 minutes. It's a lot better to just have this digital board now. It's come a long way, man. That's for sure. Hey, streaming changed my life. So, Logan Butler, I hope you have a great journey streaming and you get everything you want out of streaming. I'm not Milsey. How are you doing? Welcome. A certain concentration of chalk dust in the lungs boosts my mathematical abilities. Hey, I read back then, I had some cheap chalk. And it was like not a great writing experience. And then I read an article. This was during COVID. I read an article about an underground economy surrounding a very gourmet type of chalk. It's called Hagoromo. And I think like all the professors in somewhere like New York, they had, you know, they're like buying and selling Hagoromo chalks when COVID hit. and it was hard to get these chalks or something like that, man. I was like, dang, if there's a whole ass black market for Hagoromo chalk amongst math professors, I gotta try some. And I bought some, man. I got some right here. Let me go get it. So I got some of this chalk. Here, I still got the box, man. I can't focus on me. This chalk is bumping, man. It's so smooth. Like, it's crazy chalk, man. Some of the craziest chalk in the world. I don't even know if you can see. I don't even know what looking at it doesn't do it justice. You gotta write with this Hagoromo, man. Bumping chalk. Chalk enjoyer, yeah, what I used to be. Doing good. Came from the raid flight with 24/7 dream chasing. I see. I'm vibe coding out here, man. Hagoromo. Wait, what are you saying? Hagoromo's pretty great nowadays, but I've tried the original Japanese recipe from a professor that has a reserve of them, and that's the next level. Hey. Yeah, I think these are the Korean bootleg versions, man. I think originally they're from Japan and they were manufactured in Japan, and then something happened and they moved production to Korea. It's like made in Korea now. Why is that focused? And then I guess what Fluffy is saying, that the original OG Japanese chalk was next level. I gotta find that OG chalk. Feels like butter. That's a great way to describe it. If you ever written with chalk on a chalkboard, it feels chalky. You know what I'm saying? You feel like all these little grains, and it's not a nice feeling. But when you write with the Hagoromo, it's like writing with literally a butter stick that is kind of melted a little bit, but still solid. The camera's really nice. That chalk is too, yeah. What am I vibe coding? Right now I'm created a plan. I'm vibe coding a website to do type racing. It's just a typing game website, you know, so you get a thing and you type one half of their brain at a time. I think it's a bit slow though. This is what I'm vibe coding. So you can do things. It's multiplayer. You got a little profile page and stuff with races and whatnot. And right now, what I'm specifically working on is a heat map and some experimental heat maps, classic GitHub style, some crazy radio thing, some constellation style heat map, and a mountain looking heat map. And I told it to make one of each of these, and I want to see how it looks before I decide which one. Hey, Head Tennis, welcome to the party. Butter stick? We thinking wings? No, we're talking about chalk, man. We're talking about the Hagoromo chalk. If you're gonna eat chalk, definitely eat a original Hagoromo. Should I taste some? I think I've eaten chalk when I was younger. Because I can imagine how this tastes. I'm pretty sure I've taken a bite when I was like 5 years old. It's Tommy's son. What's happened? What is your dev environment like for this? I want to start messing around with making a fun website for myself. So I'm using VS Code, and I got VS Code Terminal. I got Claude Code installed, and that's it, man. And I got Docker as well. And I use Docker, Docker Compose, Claude Code, VS Code, and not much else. What else do I have? Some people say anti-gravity is bumping. Some people say cursor. So you're running the site off a container. Or also, like, which site? This site? Yeah, this site right now is a part of a Docker Compose thing. So I just put the whole Docker Compose thing up. And it has a front end, it has the API, and it has a C++ WebSocket server for the multiplayer. How am I deploying it? It's not deployed yet, but when I do deploy it, I have a dedicated server that I pay a flat rate monthly. It comes with like 64 cores, and I pay like $80 a month. And then I have Coolify on that dedicated server. Coolify is something, I don't know what Coolify is, man. It's something, man. What is it? Coolify is an open source self-hostable platform as a service that acts as an alternative to Vercel, Heroku, or Netlify. That's what Coolify is. So that's what I'm running. And then I'm your dedicated Linux guy, but I'm free. Yeah, if I ever run into any crazy problems, man, I'm gonna hit you up for sure. I don't really know too much about anything. I just click buttons, you know. Open up your local host on Hamachi and let's race. Hey, you guys gotta be patient. We're gonna launch this. I just want to make sure it has all the features that I'm looking for before I launch it. I'm hoping within a week, Fluffy. Within a week, man. Hamachi is, yeah, I used to use Hamachi to play Age of Empires with my friends on the internet over LAN, or Rise of Nations too. Cool stuff, thanks. Our tongue brain connection is wild, bro. You can look at pretty much anything and imagine what it would feel like to lick it. Should I eat the chalk? Is what you're saying? I like Coolify running on a Hetzner instance. Yeah, I got something similar. I got not a Hetzner, but another dedicated server data center place. Sorry, I might have been back and forth working on my project at the moment, but we'll still be here. Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for lurking and chatting. I love servers and that kind of stuff. I own a hosting company, bumping. Hey, how big is your hosting company, man? Like, what do you mean? Like, you actually own a data center? Or are you talking about you just own like a hosting company where you host people's websites on your dedicated server that you rent from a data center? I'm not sure what that means. I guess it could mean so many things. Been programming also for more than 15 years. If you feel called to eat it, I'm good, man. I'm not gonna eat it. Can I shamelessly plug it? Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Are you actually hosting, or are you just like what are you doing? I have a partnership with big data centers, co-location, no physical data centers. So you own your hardware and you have your things at the big data centers, and you just host websites and stuff, apps and whatnot? Or do you offer like VPSs and things? Mainly a software developer, but hosting is a side business. I see. So like maybe you develop websites or applications for people, and then you package it up with your hosting and be like, oh yeah, you know, you also need hosting. You can either pay Amazon $100 a month, or you can, you know, pay me 25 and we'll call it a deal. I have an ASN, a few 24 subnets. Anycast, lots of cool stuff. I don't know what these acronyms mean, man. And what does this 24 subnet mean? Does that mean you have a block of IP addresses that you can assign to different people for their websites and stuff? Is that what you're trying to say? You know what skills are? Claude skills? Yeah, I'm using one right now called Superpowers in this one. Superpowers is the only thing I got. Hello, I read the title Vibe Coders Paradise and thought no way Microslop devs are streaming on Twitch. Hey, you're wrong, man. Lots of Microslop devs are out here on Twitch. The Laertus, how you doing? Welcome to the Microslop dev stream. Hope you enjoy it. Sorry for the dump of random acronyms. That's how it goes, yeah? I don't know too much about hosting, but at one point in my career, I was freelancing and I had probably like 14 dedicated servers, man, that I was managing and all running some software on and hosting stuff and whatever. And I use those cheap data centers, the ones where it's like unmanaged. They just rent you out the hardware and they don't monitor anything. So if something breaks, you're on your own, man. But those things are cheap. They're like $40 a month for some decent servers. Came in trolling and didn't think you'd own up to it. I mean, I don't see a big deal in making AI vibe coding stuff, man. I'm working on a typing game called Typeblazer right now, but I've also worked on other things. I pretty much vibe coded my website, midnightsimon.com. I hand coded the first version originally, and then I handed it off to get vibe coded all the other features I've added. So my website tracks my subscribers over the years. It tracks, we play Type Racer sometimes. All the Type Racer champions over the years. We've ran 532 races on this stream. LeetCode leaderboards, because we like doing LeetCode here as well. Algorithm topics, if you ever want to study LeetCode, you can check out these topics. History of my little stream. So that's one thing I vibe coded. Microslop. And then this is my next thing I'm trying to vibe code. Typeblazer. It's a multiplayer typing game. And where it's doing some heat map work right now. That it's been running for 16 minutes. And we've just been talking nonsense. So cool. Hey, thank you. And thank you very much for that follow. I already felt like a 10x dev before AI. Now I feel like 1,000x dev. It's insane. I have fully drank the Kool-Aid on AI. I think I can say I feel similar. I wouldn't call myself a 10x dev, but I feel like a 10x dev with AI at my side, man. I'm also fully drinking and chugging the Kool-Aid. It's delicious. Lots of products are vibe coded and you won't even be able to tell. Yeah, I think if I don't mention some things are vibe coded, maybe no one might know. But maybe it's so obvious. I don't think my site here is that obvious because I styled it manually in the beginning and then I had the AI take over. But I think this kind of has like vibe codey things about it. I don't know. Maybe it's the fonts. Maybe it's like the gradient stuff that the vibe code stuff likes to do. The gradient backgrounds and things like that. Gradients in the text too, and the buttons. Gradients everywhere. That's like vibe coded clues to me. I feel like a 1.025x dev before quitting the industry, and now I feel like a 0.975x. Yeah, man. Based on your typing speed, Fluffy, I would imagine you're at least a 12x dev. The same problem remains even with AI. Problem solving. The new WinApps CLI, Windows made a CLI to make Windows apps. That was 100% vibe coded. I don't know anything about Windows CLI stuff. No hate. I recently vibe coded my college assignment. We made a computational vision project using a CNN to gauge the maturity of coffee grains. What's CNN is a news network, man. I don't know what acronym that could stand for. We did it in Python, and I've never actually studied Python, so vibe coded it was. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I need input. No. Dang. 20. This has to be my longest session of 2026. 19 minutes. Crazy. I could definitely do like multitasking with this. Just makes the whole process faster, more iteration faster, everything. Now we just need quantum compiling to instantly compile our programs. Hey, it might be coming for your grandchildren. I don't think it's coming for us. Thank you. Hey, I really feel there must be a strong correlation with how fast you type and how well you do in life. I can't imagine somebody who types at 170 WPMs is struggling in life, you know? It just seems so crazy to me to think that. There's no way it's possible, right? Anyways. Hey, Krypton 24/6. How you doing? Happy Thursday to you as well. I'm doing very well, man. Having a great time vibe coding stuff. I've had it going for a few hours at a time. Yeah, I'd like to get there, but I've been really not working up to my full potential with vibe coding. I kind of intervene too often, I think. I need to just let it run loose and go work on another project in the 20 minutes I've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? I think once I figure that flow out, I'll be moving a lot faster. So I quit my job 2 months ago. I used to work at whatever, Google and stuff. And I quit to basically vibe code all day. And I've given myself a time frame. I'm going to be vibe coding every single day. Not only vibe coding. I just say I'm going to be building stuff, whether it's through vibe coding or manual programming, for the next at least bare minimum 2 years. And I'm treating it like my real job every day. I'm going to show up Monday through Friday for at least 6 hours a day, sometimes more, man. The other day I did like a 10-hour session. But if I did that for 2 years, I'm so curious what I could produce and if those products will be worth anything. So it's like a great big experiment, man. I have such a good feeling about everything that, like, I've only been doing it for 2 weeks now, but I'm feeling more bullish than ever before, even when I decided to quit my job to pursue this, you know? When I was in undergrad, we trained a covenant to tell whether a picture of a shoe was left or right. It was pretty fun. Man, you guys are doing like serious science out there, man. I'm out here making a typing game. You guys are changing the world. Can you always just go backwards with Git if it screws up? Yeah, can always just go backwards. That's how I feel. I think that's probably for the best, streamlining efficiency. Beware of burnout. Yeah. So I'm not trying to work all day, every day. That's why I'm only working Monday through Fridays. I kind of take the weekends off, Sunday off for sure. And I'm not like, you know, trying to hit 12-hour days every single day. I'm trying to hit like roughly 40 hours a week. Like you're supposed to work in the corporate world, but I don't think many people work 40 hours a week. I definitely wasn't. And it seems fine. There are so many other people who I swear nobody's working 40 hours a week like that, man. At Google, at least. Maybe at other companies like Meta, it's different, man. But shit, it's a lot of good work-life balance at Google. And being at Google and experiencing that great work-life balance, and it's the job I've ever, it's the longest job I've ever had for 4 years. I've never been able to hold a job that long, man, because I just get burnt out. I'm like, man, F this job, I'm out of here, and I rage quit. But it took 4 years for me to rage quit at Google, and I think it's because we had such good work-life balance, man. So I'm trying to like take that work-life balance mentality over to my private life, but instead of extreme work-life balance, it's just like actually balanced now. I think at Google it wasn't. It was just more life than work. Now it's actually work-life balance, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Anyways, Real Raymond Jones, what's poppin', man? How you doing? I think there's a study that says average working truly works like 20 hours a week. I'd say that's probably about how much I worked as well. As far as I could. What are you talking about? Oh, your science stuff? Everybody in class contributed like 5-10 pairs of shoes. And there were, I want to say 40 of us, so there were only 400 pictures tops. Wait, it's the only way, or your engine burns out, especially if you don't love it. Have to keep the balance. Yes, this is what I'm learning as I grow older. When I was younger, I used to just burn my engine out every single time, man. I'll just work all day, 24 hours a day, almost literally sometimes. I like take days off from sleeping and work like 2 days straight, burn it, and then do it again the next day, and do that for like months, maybe like 2 months. And then at the end, I'm like, I don't even want to work for like a whole year after I do something like that. So I've been trying to fine tune the way I approach work for a long time, man. And I'm trying to like I only recently, like 5 years ago, I discovered me streaming on Twitch is great for my accountability and my productivity sometimes. Anyways, we gotta go soon, man. This thing better hurry up. 23 minutes and counting. Oh shit, Rana Creed. My bad. I had seen your message 20 minutes later, man. Who is the person on your stream yesterday? Somebody on my stream yesterday? What are you talking about? It was me. I was on my stream yesterday. I'm very bursty too with the way I work, but trying to balance it more. Yeah, I think the more balance I achieve, the longer I'm able to keep working. And I think overall, maybe if I go hard with my burst DPS, you know, I get a lot done in that time. But then I stayed dormant for a long time after to like rest and whatever, recover. But when I balance things out in the same time frame, like over a 1 year period, I find I accomplish a lot more by pacing myself with work than trying to like finish everything tonight, every day, you know? Just gotta be aware of how much you talk to hold us, or talk to us to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, that's one thing that's somewhat a double-edged sword with streaming, but at the same time, I get a lot of value from talking with chat through like ideas or tips, or, you know, sometimes Just a small break to, it's like micro breaks, just chill. But yeah, sometimes chat helps me debug and points out problems, or, you know, gives me great ideas and pointers. All right, are we almost done with this feature? I just want to see the heat map. Jesus, it's a little bit loud. Fluffy's trying to type race. Let's do it. I mostly point out the problem of a lack of wings. Hey, head tennis, I try not to eat wings that much anymore, man. Hey, where are we going? We're going to Type Racer. I'm trying to eat like grilled chicken breast and stuff, you know? Alright, you guys ready? Sorry, I know this is professional talk. What's professional here, man? Alright, first race is the warm-up, second race is the championship round. Let me post it in my Discord. Here we go. You guys ready for the warm-up? I'm ready. Oh, and we're ready to test the heat maps as well. $139 mph in the warm-up, and Clistar 97. Very fast, man. Very fast. KJ Bet 78. Dang, Fluffy with the 139. System exit startup. What's happening? To truly vibe code, you need a dope soundtrack, spliff, and a project whose domain you bought 4 years ago. Then don't stop. Yeah, I have all of those things except the soundtrack, because I don't want to get DMCA'd striked, you know. Snap, I missed it? No, that was just the warm-up round. We're about to do the championship Type Racer round right now. You should put the vibing glasses on. Hey, I don't even know where those are, man. I forget where I put them in my move. I gotta look for them. Alright, here we go. Championship Type Racer. Dang, it's gonna be a fast one. Small text. Oh. Alright, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna do bad. Man, I don't know half of those words. Like typing them, you know, I've never typed half of those words. Wow, 148, the only triple digit on the board today. Crazy speeds from Fluffy, man. Let's put that up on the website. Nobody else hit triple digits, you know. But this guess was close. 97 from Canada. 91 from USA. 48 from Brazil. Alright, let's shit, what was it? 148 miles per hour. New Type Racer champ. Fluffy, 148. Really fast speed, man. I got second place. Nice. Logan Butler, guest with 97. Typing on my phone, dang, that's crazy. Alright. Let's check out the dang heat map, man. Heat maps. Alright. So let's bring it back up. And let's check it out. But we're gonna have to tell it to generate some random activity for my account. Oh, jeez, what is it doing, man? 140 is crazy. I thought I typed fast. Yeah. Not around these parts, man. We got some really fast typers in here. Fluffy, Pixel Pusher, who's been busy lately, but man, Pixel Pusher has some crazy speeds. 206 is his top speed. But look at that, Pixel Pusher dominates. Fluffy was the only person to ever defeat Pixel Pusher in a race on this stream. The only person ever. Every single race Pixel Pusher goes into, he's the champ. Except that one day on November 15th, 2024. You guys outperform by 1 order of magnitude. Yeah, they're crazy out here. Alright, let's try it out, man. Is the heat map gonna work? Not really, man. Not really. This this one looks interesting. Oh, the stars look interesting too, but not very like nobody knows what the hell the stars mean, you know. The terrain. All right, we gotta generate some activity for my profile. So let me tell you that. Hey, the heat maps are kind of working, but my account doesn't have any activity. So can you write me a SQL script that I will run in the Supabase dashboard that will generate 2 years of race history? Have you seen those YouTube videos of non-devs vibe coding operating systems? That sounds insane, man. No, I haven't seen. I don't really watch too much YouTube. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Pixel Pusher is a real deal, man. I think I only beat him because he choked one time. Yeah. But if anybody can beat him, it's like you and maybe like one other person. New side quest acquired. Beat Pixel Pusher in WPMs. Hey, you're gonna have to train for about... I'd estimate you need to train at least 6 years full time to get to like 90% of his speed, man. He told us how he used to train. He's been training since like 9 years old or something. And he's one of the fastest typers out there in the world, I think. He's like top 200 in the world or something. I forget. It's even 10 years, yeah. At least on a Corsi. Wait, what? Where's the script? I'm gonna just run it, man. User ID here. Okay. I'm gonna run it on my other screen. But I need to find out what my user ID is. So give me a second, real quick. Here we go, man. Error failed. Line 25. I'm not even gonna try and debug it. I'm gonna tell it to fix it. Alright, again. Oh, wait, I'm gonna make it finish first before I paste it again. Hey, Logan Butler, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much for that raid, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. Alright, let's try this one more time. Alright, I just updated some fake data, but it's not even showing up anymore, man. That's crazy. How can I see? What should I do? What should I do? I want to tell it. Hey, I put my user ID in this thing and it ran the script, and I think it generated a bunch of stuff, but I don't see any new data in the profile page on the heat map. Fastest I have types was around 90, but I've only been able to hit around 70 WPMs consistently nowadays, but got 28 on my phone. 28. Alright, it says I need to run this script just to verify. The data was created. I have a total of 2,428 races. Probably that cache. Yeah, clear the stats cache. Still, man, look, there's 1,000 races. Alright, I ran that local storage clear thing and it still ain't working. But my profile says I have 1,000 races, and when I look in Supabase, it says I have 2,428 races. And the heat map has no relevant data on it. I wonder if it's a different year. Is it a different year? Man, I just want to see these heat maps, man. Oh, excuse me, man. I don't know why I'm sneezing. Hope I'm not getting sick. I get this error when I run that query. And then I get that image. Anyways, hope this thing can figure it out. Is it time to debug AI code, do you think? Or are you going to Claude solve this for me all the way? Yeah, I don't try and debug things manually, man. Maybe I try and guide it to what I think might be the problem, but I haven't had to manually get in there and look at the code myself. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, what's happening? And Homeboy Penji, thank you very much. Might be the fresh chalk dust. Hey, it might be, man. Let me put this away. Alright, what is it asking me to run all these crazy things in my console? Hey, today we're working on TypeBlazer, my typing website. And what I'm working on specifically is I'm trying to add these heat maps, or I'm trying to add a heat map to the profiles. But having some difficulties. So hopefully this will fix the issue and we can see how the heat map looks when it's crazy. Yeah, but then this one only shows a few too. I guess. I should probably look at how it's doing all this stuff, but I don't have time. I'm about to leave for lunch in a few minutes, but I'm trying to see if we can just see the heat map, you know, right before I leave. I think we're really close. Or Opus is really close, maybe. And then I'd have to let me just bring it down now. Docker compose down, and I'll bring it back up. Something I like on the website would be a little cursor type thing which highlights the current letter you're on and shows it as red if you got it wrong, but like a lesser red, almost pinkish. Yeah, well, right now the color is a little bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie, or it's not running yet. Because the red is kind of like for correct, because it's supposed to be blazing, like you just blaze that letter. But I think it's confusing people because red usually means bad. Anyway, I'll show you in a little bit when I run it. Is it running yet? All right, here we go. All right, let's see. It's kind of working, yeah. I mean, it cuts off a little bit early. I don't get these stars, man. These stars look a little bit weird. I don't like. All right, I can eliminate the stars for sure. The stars one looks too artsy or something. The terrain one is also a little bit whack, but I think a terrain one, I don't know. So, oh geez, now it's not working. Alright, there's some bugs. Alright, when I switch between tabs, the different heat maps, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't reload the correct heat map once I switch away and then switch back to it. Also, it looks like it's only loading up a year's worth of races instead of all of the races. I would like to load all the races in the thing. And another thing is the profile page isn't showing those generated races in the recent activity, but maybe the recent races only shows a certain amount. Can you let me know? I think it shows more than 5 in the recent races. I think we might just have to stick with the grid. The stars is whack, the terrain is whack. Oh, I forgot to tell it how whack the stars and terrain was. Anyways. Oh, I was gonna show you the colors on the thing. Yeah, so here's a cursor. Like if you type wrong, it's supposed to be blue for like you're not blazing. You're like ice cold. You're not hot right now, you know, you're not on fire. But then the faster you type, it's supposed to get more red. But I guess it's not really working right now. Anyways, I think I have to smooth up the interaction here. I lay this cursor, it's not even in the right place, you know. Anyways, I dig that actually whatever thing we were racing on with the cars was a little weird. Yeah, that's Type Racer. That's not my game, or that's not my website. I'm building this website to try to replace Type Racer in my stream. Like I don't want to be racing on somebody else's website, man. But I have a lot of work to do on this website still, you know. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to work on it. So, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I've been kind of working on it for a few days this year, and last year I worked on it like a couple weeks in the summer. So it's like an old project that I'm bringing back to life. Anyways, I gotta go. Unfortunately, the heat maps didn't look as cool as I thought they would. Hey, what the hell is committing things? I didn't tell you to commit nothing, man. I told you. What did I tell you? I told you some problems, man. I guess you could commit that stuff. Let me try it before I leave. Docker compose down, and then I'm gonna go eat lunch. KJ Betts, have a nice, yeah, I'll see you soon, but first I want to see what it did, the last change, before I get out of here. Man, that grid is messed up, man. Oh, it's trying to load like 2 years worth of races, I think, or something. And it's making the grid really big. And it only loaded 1,000 races. All right, we got issues. Let me make some notes before I leave. Where's Claude? Right here. All right, I gotta go for lunch, but before I go, I need you to write some notes down for me. Maybe you can write these comments in the GitHub issue themselves. The first issue is, I think we're going to use the GitHub heat map. The experimental maps look really whack. Next is, I think, only the last 1,000 races are being fetched or something, because in the profile it only shows 1,000 races completed, but in my profile on the Supabase dashboard it shows I have over 2,400 races. Another issue is on the GitHub style heat map. Whenever there seems to be more than 1 year's worth of days, then the heat map extends really long to try and accommodate multiple years in a single horizontal row. Let's try and break this down so that the heat map can be broken down by year, similar to like how it is on GitHub. So write all these down in the comments and format it nicely, and then I'm gonna go eat lunch. What else? There's probably some other things, but I think we'll figure them out, or I'll figure them out next time. Doesn't even work now. The ring is interesting, but I don't think that's it. Stars look interesting, some a little bit, but doesn't show any relevant information, I think. The terrain is just whack. Game web, why don't tell us? What you talking about, man? Why don't tell us? Yeah, I'm making a game, a typing game. GitHub heat map looks nice. Only last 1,000 races shown, 2,400 actual over 1 year worth of days. It tries to compress them all into one full year. Hey, homie, are you doing? What are you doing, man? Anyways, yes, comment this issue and then we'll look at the oh, this is the wrong, this is it. Heat map. So I left the comments on where we're at. Okay. Alright, that's it. That's all, man. Thank you very much for tuning in to this vibe coding session. We gotta find somebody to raid before we get out of here. Who's it gonna be? Look for a vibe coder. It's 24/7 dream chasing. Whoever this guy is. He has a camera. 4 hours. It's doing stuff. Should we raid this guy? Let me see. Who else? I mean, there's no one else really. Vibe coding. 24/7 dream chasing. Oh yeah, 24/7 dream chasing is on. Let's just go raid. All right, everybody. This is the end of the vibe coding session for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't go, man. I gotta go. Tennis. I'll see you later. A homeboy Penji. Adios, amigo. Thank you very much for tuning in. Streamer Ring 1. See you later. I gotta go, man. Little Freezy. Thank you very much for stopping by, man. Have a good day. Everybody. Javier D. Sergeant Pepper. Nimal Dev. See you later, alligators. KJ Betts. Have a good day. The Laertus and everyone else. System Exit Startup. See you later. Everybody who's lurking, have a good day. Blue Cactus AI. See you next time. Everybody from YouTube, Rana Creed, if you're around, have a good day, have a good night, whatever. And I'll be on tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time for more vibe coding. Maybe by then I'll have like the heat map and things already made when I work on this stuff later today, you know. Are we raiding? Yeah, we're about to raid real soon, man. Peace.